you're okay, sweetheart. You're okay. It'll be okay. Remember, travel day.
Now you have a friend.
Travel day good. Amelia crying bad.
Check out our
That's really dim, but you can keep playing.
Hi guys. Hi. I feel a little intimidated. What is there? 1, 2, 3 with a baby male. Another baby male. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And little tiny ones.
Not even scared of anybody. I know, but I don't want to come over here.
It's okay, guys. You can go ahead and go, okay? You can go ahead and go. Bye, guys. Hey, guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up.
HetteshWorld.
Today is a park review day, and we're going to be very honest and frank and make sure we give you as much detail as we can going forward on all of the parks that we stay in. And today we are talking about Thousand Trails,
Lake Medina.
so stay tuned. We're Bob and Barb. We've lived by the rules all of our lives, but in 2020 we threw that rule book out the window. We sold our home and moved full-time into an RV with our cat Amelia, and from now on we will be living life our way. Don't you want to come travel in our world? When we actually ended up staying at Lake Medina twice. We came and then we had an emergency back home, so we had to leave, and they did let us leave our camper there, hooked up, no problem. And then after we returned, then we stayed there again.
Yep.
And they were great at working with us with what everything was going on. The park itself has a very old state park feel to it. You can tell, I think, that it was probably very beautiful at one time.
Yeah, it's got a lot of, the upper section has a lot of dead trees, like the Texas live oaks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say 90% of them are probably dead.
They've got them all tagged to come down, but no money to take them down.
Yeah, and then a lot of your electrical hookup boxes are just in disarray. I mean, we were fortunate. The spot we stayed at had a 50 amp and it looked like it was new, but it did have some problems with the neutral, which are
we were gone when it had the problem.
Yeah, and it kind of shut our refrigerator off.
And we were new at RVing, so I had bought a 1/4 pound of beef before we left. I had it all packed neatly in my freezer. It was bad when we came back.
Yeah, so it was a mess. Park, bad shape. It's low maintenance. I mean, lack of maintenance. Never seen a lot of maintenance. Now the people that are working at the park, they're busting their butt. I mean, they really are.
Limited staff.
Thousand Trails is just not holding up their end of the bargain, or they don't want to stick the money into it.
Well, like we said, and I'll link the video for our Thousand Trails below that we had talked about when they tried to upsell us. This is one of their leased parks.
Yep.
So they consider it, like when you're in the park, it says Thousand Trails, and then you come down to where it's the water, and it says Corps of Engineers Lake.
Yeah.
So we thought that was neat when we were there, but they said because it's a Corps of Engineers property, even though they lease it,
they're not going to invest a lot of money into it.
Yeah, it's a state of Texas thing. So if they want it to be upgraded more fixed, then Texas has to chip in. I wonder if Texas even knows that they have to chip in this, or the Corps of Engineers realize that when it's not dealing, with the park, I don't know.
Yeah,
so
I mean, they sold lots of memberships, or annual memberships, so
down by the lake.
That's why they're keeping it going. The lower section's beautiful too. The trees are in a little better shape there.
Yeah.
The roads are tight.
A
lot of the trees are not maintained, so you have to, if you got a 13-foot rig, you have to really watch when you're backing the sites. I even had trouble. The road was so narrow, and they got one-way roads. And I've learned that if it's a one-way road, I'm breaking the rule if I have to with a 44-foot rig. If you have to go in the wrong way, you block the road and you go in the right way, and then you can back right in. You don't have to try to jackknife your camper over the side of a cliff to get into a spot.
When Bob likes to back in, he likes to back in this way. The park seats so he can see out the driver's door and back in.
Yeah, anybody that's backed up a big rig, you like to be the driver's side, your main, what they call sight side.
Yeah.
When you're on the blind side, which is your passenger side, it's really hard to, when you're making a hard bend to get a camper into a spot. When you can see out the driver's side, I can see everything that's going on. I can see Barb flagging me and talking to me on the two-way, and it's so easy to get in. But yeah, it's
this park we were coming in this way.
Yeah. So eventually I I jacky the truck around to where I actually come in on the driver's side, you know. But
this is the park where he was not very happy backing in, so he said a few little choice words out the window, and when he was done, I said on the walkie-talkie, "Thank you for making sure the neighbors knew how to say all those words correctly."
I was a newbie at backing up then.
And that's when Amelia tried to escape also. Bob got out of the truck and left the door open, and Amelia stepped out, and I looked up and I thought, what a beautiful cat. Where'd you come from? And I go,
you look just like ours.
Amelia, get back in the truck. She's like, jumps in.
But yeah, the first time we went there, we walked down to the lake.
Yeah.
Lake Medina. It's a man-made lake.
Yeah.
It's only about 35% full, so it's way, way low. We walked on the rocky cliffs and the boat ramps. The original boat ramp, it's so far back that you can't even take a boat down it anymore. And then they had to make an artificial or add another boat ramp just to be able to get to the water. But the water is gorgeous, and walking along the shoreline is beautiful.
But yeah, because you're seeing things that were covered by like the water forever, you know, because it's only 40% full, I think it is.
Yeah, it's like 35%. I've searched it and watched it, and it's still in that area. They're south of San Antonio. They're in a major drought right now, so that lake is
they haven't rained in years.
Yeah, that lake is just not coming up at all. So it's sad to see, but there's really no way to fix that unless Mother Nature takes care of the water. It just needs
to rain. I mean, the park has the normal full amenities. First off, it's considered hill country where you are, so it is amazing because Texas is always thought of as flat. This is very hilly. In fact, tag our Texas Ride video below that we did through the hill country. Like we said, it's a COE leased property. There's 387 sites, but most of them are not operable, and they're in work or needing work. Needing work, yeah. They have limited staff. A lot of it, when we were there, was closed for COVID. They do have 50 amp, but not a ton of it. They have a lot of 30 amp, and 30 amp is sketchy.
We did have both of our sites had sewer.
Yeah, both sites had sewer, so we were lucky.
That was nice.
And the first site we went into, we were in a loop and we pulled in, and the best part of that trip, well, we had already met them someplace else at Colorado River.
Yep.
But we will say hello to Steve and Kathy, who are out there. They're the first real friends we made on the road. So it was excited to see them. We felt like they actually accused us of following them. I mean, I'm like, what? No, they're a fun couple. Let's see. The amenities, which a lot of stuff wasn't open, but they say they have a clubhouse. The clubhouse and the pool was all closed down, and it just was dirty and, closed off. We're too young to play shuffleboard correctly. Do it again. Hey, that's pretty good. The restrooms were okay. They were actually clean. Somebody was cleaning them. The trash pickup wasn't too bad. They had trash come in. No trash was ever, fully packed up like we've seen in some other parks.
The main road coming in, once you get past the guardhouse, that's asphalt to the lower level. And then when you go up to the upper level, it's all gravel. Well, there's a couple major potholes. One we hit with the bike.
With the CanAm. Yeah.
I kind of watch for that, but they sneak up on you. So, yeah, there are some, and I guess they try their best, but it's not.
They don't have the staff and they don't have the money, so they can only do what they can do. They do have a basketball area. They said they have bike trails, but I don't really remember any trails or any bike trucks there.
There was trails to get down there was trails down by the lake and stuff, but there was nothing bike trail.
Yeah.
Unless they call driving on a gravel road bike trails.
They mentioned on their website that they have laundry. We tried to do laundry. The laundry facility was shut down. And when you come in, there's the building there, and there's the pool, and that whole building needs to be torn down and destroyed because it is just a mess and a wreck. And the boards, like if you step on the porch, all the boards are going down, and it was bad.
Yeah, the laundry said it was down for maintenance, but it looked like it had been down for a while.
And then when you come in this park, they have a big old white house and a barn, which was probably kind of neat. I'm sure it came with the property when they bought it, but nothing's been done to preserve this historic old house. So it's neat to see from a distance if you want to be safe.
Yeah.
Let's see, there is a playground, but it's the very old playground and equipment again.
Our internet was pretty decent there.
The Wi-Fi was pretty good.
Our Wi-Fi for our hotspot on Verizon seemed to be pretty decent there. Even on the upper level and the lower level seemed to have pretty decent Wi-Fi.
The campground's Wi-Fi, most of them in Texas we encountered were not very good, so we wouldn't recommend buying it.
Yeah.
Verizon was good. We don't know anything about AT&T, I mean.
Yeah.
They do have a mini golf course, which was, the golf thing was okay.
Yeah.
The pools were very dangerous. The boat docks, as you've seen in the things that we're talking about, they were way up because the water was so low, and then they used to have all these piers that walked out that you could walk on, and they were all folded up, just
and
angled.
that's nothing to do with the park. That's just the water level was so low on Lake Medina that it was nothing to do with that.
And that's really pretty much it. So Bob, the big question is, would we stay at this park again?
I probably would not stay at the park, even though I did love the park.
They were good to us,
and I love the lake, but unless they stick some money into a facility, I just don't. With all the different spots that you stay in Texas, I just don't know if I'd want to take, to spend a time there. It's out in the middle of nowhere, so there's not a real lot around there, which don't bother us because we like to get on the bike and ride anyway. So it's a perfect spot for us, but it just needs a lot of attention. And I don't feel like we're getting
where we have to plug in for electricity, and it's the chance that we're going to get electrocuted is a no for me.
Yeah, like I said, there was so many boxes that were just not inoperable. They were open.
Yeah, things hanging out. Watts on Wheels talks about it in one of their videos too.
Yeah, their video was pretty scathing on it too. We don't look at all the inner workings of the park. We just want to make sure if they've got electric, that it's working correctly, that they have sewer, because we like hookups.
But we want to make sure that it's very clear that the people who work in the park are incredible. They do work so hard, and they do an amazing job.
Yeah.
It's just not where we would want to stay again, that's all. So we hope that you like this video. We're going to try to be more thorough in our park evaluations for you.
Yep.
So give us the old thumbs up. Click that little bell to get notified. Comment if you've stayed there or any other comments you may have. And remember, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our world.
Bye.